Welcome back, my fellow aggressive learners. We would continue. We'll continue to look at and then consider what we call what the let's look at the internal CSS. All right. So internal CSS is the one that you define inside the header. It has to be inside the head file. All right. So all you do is what you say style, right? So you go ahead and then say you call the element, all right, H1, then you put a curly brace. This is what we call block. This is the selector. This H1 is, we call it the selector, and this one we call it what? The block declaration, right? And then the next thing, let's go ahead and say, remember, you have two H1 elements here, right? So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to do color red, right? Font size font size 40, right? Good. Then the next thing I want to do, we had background color green. So now watch. I want you to pay attention. Let's see what happens here. All right. The initial H1 did not have color, did not have background color. This one gave it background color. We will come in the next class. We'll talk about specificity. All right. Specific uniqueness. We'll talk about it in the next class. But for now, I want us to remove this. All right. Let's remove all this. Remove all this. And then you will see that everything H1 is taking the same shape, right? It's taking the same shape. However, we can still go ahead and be very specific with this one, all right? Even inside this tag. But that's not our concern for now. I just want you to understand what an internal and external HTML file, CSS file is, right? Good. So let's go ahead and look at the H and do the H2. H2, you put the declaration block and then now put the declaration itself, which is property, and then you can call color blue. Don't forget there are so many other properties and value that we can describe. This color is a property, this blue is a value. All right, so is this font size. This is a property and this is a value. All right, this is a property and this is a value. So we can describe so many words. So I can do border 3 pixel, all right, and I want it to be solid, and I want the color to be red. Simple. So I save myself. I can actually remove. Remember, we'll talk about specificity. We'll explain what is happening here. But for now, let's just delete it because we're dealing with internal CSS. All right, internal CSS. So now there is nothing here. You can see that I am using the name of this element. I'm using the name H2 and H1. I call them in this place now, they are called selectors. They are called selector. They are elements. So element selector. So you can see now, look at the way this work here affected your output. So that means I can actually from this page target any element I want to target here. So this is what we call internal what? Internal CSS. This is what we call internal what? Internal CSS. Then the next thing I will show you is what is the external CSS. And I hopefully you get the gist in this section. See you in the next section. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have not done that, just look for Divine Ikenna Chukwu and then look for Divine Ikenna Chukwu. Please subscribe, and that is the only way you'll be helping me. Thank you very much. God bless you.